this is DoctorTARDIS coming with another video review. And today we're doing something a little bit different, but a lot of fun. We're going to be taking a look at a few of the new Avengers Endgame Funko Pops. That being Thor, Tony Stark, the box lunch exclusive Iron Man, and the Target exclusive t-shirt pop set, which comes with a variation of this Tony Stark as well as a t-shirt. For the package, much like all of the Funko figures, you got that open window that allows you to see it, which a lot of people just leave them in the box like this when they're collecting them, which I'm not. You got a little bit of an up-close image of them, and then a nice full-size image there on the side. The other side, you just see the side of the figure. Come around to the back, and they list all of the regular versions of the Endgame Pops. So you got Tony, you got Cap, you got Hulk, Thor, Thanos, which is a little bit larger than these, Black Widow, Ant-Man, Nebula, Hawkeye, or I feel like they should call him Ronin, War Machine, and of course, Captain Marvel. And then there's a whole bunch of other exclusive versions. As I said, the Iron Man here is a box lunch exclusive, which is not listed with these. So the only way that you can get what I think is the Iron Man Mark 85 is through box lunch, which when we went there, my girlfriend and I, this was the last one that they had. She got there before me, she grabbed it, and people were mad dogging her. I was about 10 minutes, 15 minutes behind her, and she was just walking around box lunch with this in her hand, and they're like, why is she walking around with that? They really wanted this guy, but again, it's not listed as all these other figures. They're with all these other figures. So apparently the only way to get this looking Iron Man, or Iron Man in general, I guess, really, is through box lunch, which kind of stinks, but you know, it is what it is. And then of course I had to get Tony. The box got a little bit damaged, but I don't really care because I don't care about the boxes. But you can see that at least Thor and Tony here are all wearing what is being referred to as their quantum realm suits. That's a safe guess. We haven't seen the movie yet, so who knows? But all of the characters are actually wearing the suits, and it does look very similar to the suits that Ant-Man wore. So there's that. One thing that's interesting is a lot of the different kind of promotional images that I saw still had Thor wearing an eye patch. It's like, that's not a spoiler anymore. You don't need to show him wearing an eye patch. He has an eye again. So there's that. It would have been cool if they gave slightly different colors, but whatever. And then with this guy here, as you can see, you got this whole box set. Now what's interesting is it does come, like the positioning of him is a lot different than what I think the figure actually is. You come around to the back, and as you can see, it's this figure, but I believe this suit glows in the dark. So that's kind of cool, but I kind of wish that they went a little bit further by taking this body and putting that head on it. I don't think they did that, but that pose while wearing that suit looks a lot more like that. Just kind of, oh, you couldn't even see it because of the reflection. But I feel like that would have been cool. But, I mean, it is what it is. Gorgeous box, though, on here. And you see Iron Man. These have several other figures. I believe it's Thor, very similar to what we have here. Captain America, and then I think Hulk, all in a glow-in-the-dark suit. But for the packaging on these guys, that's about it. So without further ado, let's get them out here and see how cool they actually are. Alright guys, so here we have a few of the new Avengers Endgame Funko Pops opened up and out of their packaging. And inside the packaging, a lot of these Funko figures actually come with a background similar to this. I don't know if it's meant to be displayed with your figures or if it's just meant to be a little bit of a background kind of thing that they leave in the package, but I like it. I think that it's cool, and like I said, you can kind of use it as a background if you have a bunch of these. I just thought, you know, hey, I would show that off. I mean, you can see that you got the very bright flashing kind of thing going on there with the Avengers A logo right there. So, you know, who knows? And starting off first with Thor. As you can see, as I mentioned, it does appear they are wearing a specialized suit. Now, people are saying that it's the Quantum Realm suit, and we did see him wearing this in one of the recent trailers. So, I mean, it could be Quantum Realm, could just be like a new sort of superhero suit, who knows, but great detail on there. I mean, you can see that he's holding a Stormbreaker, which is nice. It got a little bit of a paint scuff right there. I could probably fix that with just a silver Sharpie, but gorgeous detail. Lifting his head a little bit, you can see you got the Avengers A right there on the chest. Overall, really very nice. I absolutely love it. It does, when you look at it, have a very similar look to Ant-Man's suit. And you can see a little bit more by looking at this hand. That's like one of the little regulators. And all these new figures have that. So it definitely is a good theory that this is going to be a quantum suit, but gorgeous paint throughout the entire thing, even like I said on Stormbreaker. The head, as you can see, is a bobblehead. It's just going to twist and shout and do whatever it wants to do. I mean, you can see, oh. It's spinning, guys. It's a spinny head. There you go. I mean, it's just on this spring, so you can kind of rotate that around and position it. I kind of like getting it off on the side. You can see you got that scar going across his eye, which is great. Still carries over, obviously. I do wish that they gave a slightly different color to the eyes. He has that in the movie now, so that would have been kind of cool, but overall gorgeous. Not articulated or anything, just displays very, very nicely as I knock down Iron Man here. Now, taking a look at Iron Man, this is the box lunch exclusive. As I said, the only way that you're going to be able to get an Iron Man looking like this is through them. Now, he does not appear to have, obviously, the whole quantum suit thing going for him. He's just wearing the regular old Iron Man suit. But with the gold, the red, the way that the positioning is on this, people are saying that this is the Mark 85, which is a huge difference in what we saw in Infinity War, where he was wearing the Mark 50. Why does it go from 50 to 85? We don't know yet. But this does really have, especially with the amount of gold and everything, have a very classic Iron Man look. I dig it. That's really cool. And then a little bit of a paint bleed out there. I don't know if that scrapes in there. I don't know if that's a little bit less of red gold paint or if it's too much red paint. I don't know. I don't know if that'll wear off. That's a little unfortunate, but you know, I don't really care because I think it's just pretty. And there's a little scuff there in the back. Gorgeous detail on the suit itself. Gorgeous color on it. You got that nice repulsor blast. Kind of, let's see if I can make his head spin. Oh, wow. Yeah. A little bit, looks a little bit better if it's, oh yeah, there we go. There we go. Maybe a little bit more. Yeah, that's what I want to see. But see, it does rotate around and kind of, I mean, it is, like I said, just a spring in there, so you can move that around, but I think I did wind that a little bit too tight, so I'm probably going to have to play with that to get it a little bit more bobbleheaded. But that is great with him looking the way that he's blasting. Absolutely gorgeous on there. Got that very bright white for the eyes. All of them have black eye, so that's nice to see. You got the repulsor, you got the arc reactor there, which does look very similar to the Mark 50, so who knows if this is still going to be a nanotech sort of suit. And pull that out a little bit. I mean, you can see like down here, this is probably really bothering some of you collectors out there, of these guys, that I'm tormenting this poor guy a little bit too much. But there we go. We got a little bit more of the bobblehead aspect going for it and having the head positioned the way that I want. So absolutely gorgeous on that. It keeps wanting to focus on the background. I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to keep this in frame so you can see him, but really stellar looking detail. Now, the other regular one that we have here is Tony Stark. Again, you can see the similarities with the quantum suit. You got the little regulator there on the hand and everything. That all looks really very similar. So again, kind of leads you to believe that that's what is this suit's entire purpose. Very similar though to Thor's. Nothing really changes. Same detail, same paint. I love having a Tony Stark portrait. You can see he got his very classic goatee thing going on there. I do have several Funko Pop figures, and I never had a Tony Stark, so it's nice to have one finally. And again, great detail on it. You got the whole bobblehead sort of thing. But this is what I really love. This guy. You can see that the whole body is done in this translucent. Come on, Focus. It's all done in this translucent sort of plastic, which gives a very cool look to him. You can definitely see it bleeding through there. I love the way that looks. The head sculpt is the same. Again, I do wish they used that Iron Man body with this head sculpt. That would have given a little bit more of a differentiation. Let me zoom back some because I know that the camera's kind of messing up with that. But this is an exclusive to Target. You get this t-shirt here in the back, and you can see it is basically like that package. I'm going to get this shirt out of the way because it keeps wanting to focus. But I love that shirt. That is super cool. $25 for that set. I feel that's worth it. You're going to get a Funko Pop that's exclusive to it and the t-shirt. So now, with that gone, let's see if I can do this proper. But I mean, really gorgeous looking. You can even see the neck, so that's how you know that this is different. Now, what also makes this really cool is he glows in the dark. It's definitely hard to see, but it still has a little bit of an effect. But my little black light here should charge him up a little. Yeah, I mean, the whole translucent section is what glows. You can kind of see it when I highlight the whole body and everything, but when I take it away, it's so very dim in person. I mean, it still glows. I just don't think you're going to be able to see it on the camera, but that is the part of the body that glows. I mean, the rest of them, I mean, you can see, oh, that's kind of weird. That doesn't have that glow effect. So bring both of these guys out here. You can see the glow effect on there, although the camera doesn't want to focus. But that, I mean, that is cool. Even with these lights on here, you can see, I mean, I love that. That whole look is just really super, super cool. And like I said, there are other exclusives. I'm going to have to go back and get them because I think that effect is really going to be awesome on Thor, for example, especially with the Stormbreaker and the whole lightning sort of thing. So these guys are great. Super, super awesome. I gotta, again, just poor Iron Man. I just keep messing with his poor head. But these guys all are absolutely terrific, and you can't even see them. If you are a collector, I would absolutely recommend picking these up. They're really, really well done. I mean, some of them are exclusives, and some of them are harder to get than others. But I think it's worth it. I think that they look cool. They display nice. They're fun. I know a lot of people think that they're stupid, but I love them, and it's the Avengers. So all that being said, the regular versions are at mass retail. You'll be able to find those right now. They're also available online at stores such as Big Bad Toy Store. So for that, I'll put a link down in the video description where you can go to BBTS and check out availability on the Avenger figures that are just regular releases. Iron Man here, as I mentioned, is a box lunch exclusive. You may be able to find him online through their website or going into a box lunch store in the mall. Tony Stark here, exclusively available in that t-shirt box set at Target stores. Again, I don't know if that's online as well. I actually went into a store, and I do have to give a huge shout out to my buddy Emilio, who, real quick story, I was looking for him, couldn't find him. I was there with my girlfriend. She went off, found Emilio, who is a Target team member in a Fullerton, California Target, said, hey, I'm here with my boyfriend. We're trying to find these. We don't see them on the shelf. And he's like, hey, I know where they are. They're in the back. I don't know why they're not out, but I'll go back and I'll grab one. And I heard the conversation. I started walking towards the voices, and he walked past me. As he got next to me, he's like, hey, you're Optipotamus. And I was like, yeah, I am. And he's like, oh my God, I watch all of your videos. So he's a viewer. So thank you, Emilio. He's the one that went into the back room and actually got this guy for me and was actually able to find the set with an extra large t-shirt, which is what I wear. So I promise you, Emilio, I would shout out to you and your terrific customer service. Hopefully you get a kick out of this video, but thank you again for your help. But beyond that, guys, that's about it. Remember, if you like this video, I would really appreciate your support simply by hitting that little thumbs up button. That one small gesture really does go a long way towards helping me out, and I would really appreciate it. And a huge thank you if you made it all the way to the end of this review. Another way that you can really help support my channel is making sure that you watch a video all the way through. And if you did that, thank you. And finally, remember, Grow wise, grow strong, but never grow up. Thank you for watching and taking the time to be a kid.